Follow up lang. You are tasked to secure the first family, hindi ba? Are you also securing the president's siblings?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So, meron kayo naka-assign kay Miss Irene.
Yes po, Your Honor.
May naka-assign din kayo kay Senator Amy.
Your Honor,
Next question is explain why or why not.
when I checked all the personnel assigned, nakita ko po that there was no personnel assigned.
So,
Chair,
what
Your
do you intend to do about it now that you're the head of the PSG? It's a basic function of the PSG to secure the siblings. It is not up to the presidential sister, in this case, Senator Marcos, if she needs security or not. Because if something happens to her, it's your responsibility. Tama yung sagot mo. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, just one question.
Honorable Estrada.
What if the President does not allow it? What will you do?
Your Honor, I will cross the bridge when I get there.
Eto na mga boss, kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe si Amy Marcos, pinahiya. Sobrang napahiya sa sinabi ni Ping Lacson. Tumistigo na si Admiral. Tinanggalan na ng security escort. Base sa impormasyong kumakalat ngayon sa social media, first family lang daw ang poproteksyonan. Matapos di umanong umamin si Admiral, tinanggalan talaga si Senator Amy Marcos ng escort. Aminadong hindi talaga siya ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. na binigyan. Tinanong kasi ni Senator Ping Lacson ng PSG, bakit si Senator Amy Marcos walang bantay? Anong gagawin nila sa kapatid ng Pangulo kung hindi na siya kinikilalang pamilya? Kaya ito, sabay-sabay nating panoorin kung paanong grabe si Senator Amy Marcos pinahiya. Sobrang napahiya sa sinabi ni Senator Ping Lacson. Tumistigo na ang Admiral. Tinanggalan na ng security escort. Tara, panoorin natin to.
Follow up lang. You are tasked to secure the first family, hindi ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Define first family. Immediate family, even extended family, like, no, not other families, but, which brings me to my next question. Are you also securing the president's siblings?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So, meron kayo naka-assign kay Miss Irene.
Yes po, Your Honor.
May naka-assign din kayo kay Senator Amy.
Your Honor,
Next question is explain why or why not.
Your Honor, I can say this out in the open. When I arrived po, third month ko na ngayon, ma'am. Tinanong ko po kung
You are the
Mayroon-
chairman, not
yes,
Senator Amy.
yes po. Yes po. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, when I arrived 3 months ago, last week of November, I diagnosed the command and I studied the security plans and the close-in protection system of the PSC. And when I checked all the personnel assigned, nakita ko po that there was no personnel assigned to our
So,
chair.
what
Your
do you intend to do about it now that you're the head of the PSG?
Your Honor, it is mandated for us to protect the siblings, and I will talk to the good senator for the preparation of his security.
It's a basic function, basic tasking, basic duty of the PSG to secure the siblings. It is not up to the presidential sister, in this case, Senator Marcos, if she needs security or not. Because if something happens to her, it's your responsibility, di ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So how do you intend to go about it now?
I will prepare security teams for honor for our good senator.
So even if she refuses, you will assign a contingent to secure her.
That's the mandate, Your Honor.
Tama yung sagot mo. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
What if,
Thank-
Mr. Chair, just one question.
Honorable Estrada.
What if the President does not allow it? What will you do?
That is the next way forward, Your Honor. That's the next step to,
Excuse me?
Your Honor, that's the That's the
I'll
next
posit an answer. I'll cross the bridge when I get there.
Honor, I will cross the bridge when I get there.
Okay, that's it.
Mr. Chair, bolt in lang ako dun sa situation na pinaliwanag ni Senator Lacson sa si Senator Jinggoy. Dahil pag nag-aral naman tayo ng Biblia, the Bible does not forbid in any way self-defense. And as an Old Testament geek, I'd like to bring light to Exodus 22, 2 to 3, acknowledging the right to self-defense, contrasting it with vengeance. So the protection of life is a basic tenet in the entire Bible, from the Old to the New Testament. And in Proverbs, it's also very clear that in Proverbs 24:11, the defense of others is encouraged by Scripture. So protecting someone beside you is really covered by rescue those who are being taken away. So I think this is clear, provided it's not vengeance or wreaking war and havoc on your fellow man. You are supposed to stand your ground, protect your fellow soldiers and yourself. Thank you.
Follow up, Mr. Chairman.
Nagiging exciting na to.
After that
Honorable
revelation
Lacson.
coming from Senator Marcos, are you going to request for the reissuance of your firearm?
As of now, sir, I think no.
That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Lacson.
Yes, maraming salamat kay Senator Lacson. And I think that the discussion of the Coast Guard's reintegration into the Philippine Navy is a worthwhile debate. And I am grateful that it's been opened. We are aware that Executive Order 477 separated the Coast Guard from the body of the Navy. In 1998, and the arguments for reintegration are powerful ones. Firstly, of course, unified command as well as resources, especially in light of the very slow-moving AFP modernization program. Kahit papano, kung mag-ambag-ambag, dadami din. Of course, we also consider enhanced combat capability with a reintegrated force possessing infinitely greater firepower to help somehow de-escalate tensions in the West Philippine Sea. The operational synergy, of course, would be valuable as well, as some argue that it would reduce the turf wars or overlapping functions that sometimes inevitably occur in the sea between the two oceans in the effort to enhance maritime security. But we need to consider also the arguments against reintegration and maintaining separation, such as, firstly, white hull diplomacy. It used to provide a civilian effort to discuss in a non-escalatory approach the white hulls of the Coast Guard versus the gray hulls of the Navy to avoid giving China another pretext to escalate full-scale military conflict. But doesn't seem, as Senator Marcoleta said, that doesn't seem to have been working very well of late. Also, there are distinct mandates between the PCG as well as the Navy, and there are very important civilian duties endowed upon the Coast Guard that are not given to the Navy, yung maritime research, rescue, environmental protection, regular.
Wait lang mga boss, kung nakaabot na kayo sa part ng video na to, baka gusto nyo munang mag-subscribe sa bago nating YouTube channel. Doon na kasi tayo mag-upload ng mga reaction videos. Nakapin sa comment section ang link. I-click nyo lang para makapag-subscribe. Pag nakapag-subscribe na kayo, i-comment nyo lang ang location nyo para ma-shoutout ko kayo pag nag-upload na tayo doon ng video. Tara, tuloy na natin to.
Regulatory safety enforcement. International aid is another concern, where foreign maritime assistance is also usually provided by the PCG. So I think this debate is something that we should embark upon, given the very troublesome situation in the West Philippine Sea as well as in the Taiwan Straits. Maraming salamat. Thank you, Admiral.
Yes, mauna muna to.
Dalawa sila na.
Sabay ba sila?
Oh, sabay na.
Okay. Bigyan mo na.
Palagyan na ng upuan.
Upuan.
Page, please.
Sa
Lagyan ng
confession,
upuan.
sa confession box.
Upuan.
Page, palagyan nga ng upuan. Or paupuin mo yan dyan.
Colonel Jose, sino si Colonel Jose? Okay. Sit, upo kayo. Saan po kayo naka-assign ngayon, Colonel?
Good morning, sir. Sir, support.
You were ordained to the priesthood in 2000?
Yes, sir.
A Catholic church?
Aglipayan, sir.
Aglipayan. Alright. Si Colonel Tabios, saan po kayo naka-assign ngayon?
Sir, I am assigned at the JHQ HEC General Headquarters, Headquarters Service Support Group at the AEP, Camp Aguinaldo.
Okay.
As the command chaplain, sir.
You were ordained to the priesthood in August 2004.
Yes,
The
sir.
Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish of Bayugan City, August.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Ano lang ako, curious lang ako, no? Na-assign na ba kayo sa combat area?
Yes, Your Honor. I was assigned at the 8th ID as a military chaplain, Army chaplain in Katbalugan.
Hmm.
I was also assigned in Davao City as the command chaplain of the 10th Infantry Division, and I was also assigned at the Naval Forces Central in the Philippine Navy also, and in Zambales also, sir.
But-
Your Honor.
Opo. Kayo po, Colonel Jose. Na-assign na po kayo sa combat area.
Yes, sir. In the area of 2nd Infantry Division, sir.
Kayo ba ho, as bilang kaparian, na-issue ba ho kayo ng mga baril? Firearms?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay. Halimbawa kasi, ako, Katoliko po ako eh. Isa sa mga 10 Commandments, thou shall not kill. Pagka nasa combat area po kayo, Colonel Tabios, meron mga sumugod na halimbawa mga NPA, no? Tapos merong, siyempre, ang buhay ninyo nasa panganib na. Tapos meron po kayong baril. Ano po gagawin niyo? Papatayin niyo ba?
The purpose of my firearms that I have, if ever I have asked for it, actually it is not to kill people, but it is for my protection and protection of other people assigned to me as the command chaplain.
Yes, pag nakatutok na po sa inyong baril, ano po gagawin ninyo?
I have to protect myself, Your Honor.
Papatayin niyo rin.
If I can dismantle him or her first, not necessarily to kill him immediately.
Pag naunahan po kayo,
I have to protect myself actually.
yeah, papatay, babarilin niyo rin.
Eventually, we will come to that
Okay.
because in protecting myself, I am really
Of course, that is a natural reaction.
yes, Your
Siyempre,
Honor.
pag nakatutok na sa inyo yung baril, kahit pari kayo, you also have to protect your life.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will that be the same reaction, the
Yes, sir.
Colonel Jose?
Yes, sir.
Papatayin niyo rin? Pagka, if your life is in danger.
Yes, sir. Just to protect myself, sir.
Alright. So, tingnan ko. Paano ko pa mapatanyan? Okay,
The thou shall not kill. Actually, it's not the purpose why I was able to kill that person, but it is my protection, a prevention for to protect life,
yes, of course.
It was only the result of protecting life and killing that person. Actually, I still abide to the thou shall not kill, but in case of protecting myself, that will result to killing other person, I cannot help but I ask the Lord to forgive me.
But if your life is in danger, of
Yes, sir.
course, that will be a natural reaction.
Yes.
Yes, Your
diba?
Honor.
Pagka talagang naunahan ka, siyempre,
Last resort.
that will be the last resort.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I have the permission to interject? This is very interesting subject matter and topic of discussion. Na-take up nyo ba yung situation na yan sa theology class ninyo? Yung situation na you have to protect yourself, so you have to kill another person. Okay, press yung ano.
Actually, maybe it was in passing because I believe that during my theology year or college year and theology years, we are particularly on the theology. Of course, we are having the idea that we are to preach good news and salvation to all people, saving souls, telling the people that they are loved by the Lord and the Lord will protect them. But eventually, when I entered the Armed Forces of the Philippines, when we are called to become a soldier and a priest or a chaplain in that manner, it is then that we realize that we have to really protect ourselves in order for us to serve God and to serve our people.
I must confess that we're not trying to put you on the
Yes,
spot.
sir.
No?
Yes,
These
sir.
are real life situations that might occur.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was even surprised that you're being issued service firearms. Ang inisip kong sasagot nyo kay Senator Jinggoy, when faced with that situation, that your life is at risk, magpe-pray na lang kayo eh.
Actually, for the record, Your Honor, I returned back my firearms.
So you,
Yes, I returned back my firearms actually. The issued firearms that I have, I returned.
no, these are very valid topic for discussion. Ano? Kasi sabi ko, nasurpresa ako na merong palang issued service firearm ang pare. And I was surprised with the response na papatay din kayo pag ganong, when confronted with such a situation. You know, protecting yourself is different from protecting another person. Maybe you are morally obligated to protect the other person or persons. But protecting yourself using your firearm to maim or even kill that other person na kinonfront kayo, I was surprised with the answer. Honestly, Father. But you know, medyo enlightening yung sinuli nyo na pala yung firearms ninyo. So, kung wala kayong firearm and you are assigned in a combat area, combat zone, and inattack ng guerrilla o militants or terrorist yung kampo, wala na kayong baril, anong gagawin nyo na? Paki-press.
Actually, there are, sorry, Your Honor, there are soldiers assigned to us who have the capability to protect us.
Better answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Chair, meron na bang sitwasyon na nangyari na ganito na may sumugod ng mga terorista sa inyo?
As of this, no, none, sir.
Na wala kayong hawak na baril? Wala pa nangyari?
I have heard that there are chaplains who went to battalions who were ambushed, but in my case, I don't have that experience, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Estrada.
Mr.
Honorable
Chair.
Marcos.
Mr. Chair.
Ngayon, ikaw bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento mo sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.